guys, it's Zamani. My business line is Z Arts, and today I have an artist Q&A video for you guys.
AngelLaCiencia.
Now, some of these clips I got from online, and some of these questions I got from online, and some of them are questions that people have asked me. So if you guys have any more questions, make sure to comment down below. But other than that, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna be doing this Q&A while working on my design project. Here it is so far. We're doing like text to texture. So we're using book pages to tell a story. I'm doing Telltale Hearts. I don't know why I felt like I was gonna why I butchered that so much, but oh, excuse me. Anyways, the first question is just like an intro or about me. So, I mean, every video I tell you guys, my name is Zamani. I'm from Lansing, Michigan. I'm currently going to school in SCAD, majoring in industrial design. At the moment, I'm 17. I think when I started my YouTube channel, I was 15 though. What else? Oh, my non-art hobbies. I really like reading and basketball. I don't read as much as I used to, but I really like reading. I really like basketball. Basketball has my heart. I also like swimming. I feel like for the most part, my non-art hobbies are actually just being active in general, like being super active, hanging out with friends, watching horror movies because I really like horror movies, and what else? I don't know, and being around family and also eating. I don't think that's really considered a hobby, but it is now. Eating should definitely be a hobby. Sorry. The second question is how old were you when you started art? I don't know why I started stuttering trying to say that so much, but when I first started, well, okay, I've been doing art my whole life, so that's kind of a really broad question. I've been doing art my whole life. I guess I didn't really take it serious until I was 12. And that was when I started my business. I had originally started my business because of my mom's encouragement. I had went to a birthday party and we were doing some activity where we ended up bringing out canvases and we were painting like little tote bags, just like customizing random stuff for the party. And they gave me a canvas to take home because I didn't end up finishing at the party. So they're just like, boom, here you go. And it was one day I was at home and I drew a girl on there in colored pencil. If I can find that picture, I'll definitely put it up. But I drew a girl on there in colored pencil, and my mom was like, you could definitely sell this. And like I said, I have been doing art my whole life. So her saying to sell it, at first I didn't really take it too seriously because I'm like, well, I mean, everyone knows I do art. No one's really asked us to buy it. But I was like, what's the worst that can happen? And then I went to a college tour, again, when I was 12. It was pretty early for a kid to be going on a college tour. But I went on a college tour, and at the college tour, I ended up buying this, like, watercolor paint set that had a watercolor coloring book. Not coloring book, sketchbook. And I came home and I was using the watercolor to do all of these pictures. I didn't really use sketchbooks that often. I don't know if it really came with a sketchbook, if it was just like loose leaf watercolor paper. But regardless, I had that, and my mom was like really curious on what brand it was when I first bought it. And so she looked up the brand and then ended up buying me more of that paint, like a big suitcase of acrylics, watercolor, and oil paints. And it also came with canvases and brushes and palettes and palette knives. And so from there, that's kind of where I took off on my art. It started with just selling to family, and then I really branched out and started doing, like, currently doing jewelry and custom, like, shirts and stuff like that. I'm also working on some new stuff, so stay tuned for that. Can't really tell you guys right now because it's nowhere near finished, but stay looking out for that. Look out for Z Arts to have a grand announcement in the future. Question number 3 is, what do you wish you knew before starting your business? So I wish that I knew to get a good, like, set schedule for when I want to work on my art instead of kind of just doing it whenever I had free time. Because when people started placing orders and I started to realize, like, man, I have no time to do this, then I was like, well, you should have kind of, like, thought about that if you were going to be a business owner, to make sure that you have time set out for your business. Like, I work for myself, but I still have to give myself hours. I also wish that I knew how to price my work before I started, because over the years I've been having to raise my price and change how I go about pricing. And I guess there's not really too much advice I could give when it comes to properly pricing artwork, because it really depends on who you are. But I was always told, like, give yourself an hourly rate of how much you want to get paid per hour, and then include the materials cost and include your skill level. So always make sure to do that. That's, like, the pricing is still going to be up to you, but those are some of the things you should make sure to factor in. Question number 4 is career goals. Now, I kind of already touched on that, like, in my intro, but like I said, I'm currently majoring in industrial design, but my specific career goals is to create toys to promote mental wellness in children, and that is pretty much like fidget toys. I don't really know specifically, like, how I'm gonna go about it, but that's what I'm in college for. That's what I'm here to learn for. I was also on a Zoom with Hasbro the other day, and so they are, of course, primarily into action figures, but it was still really, really dope to see, like, what all I could do in that career. And so I'm really excited, even if it's not 100% like fidget toys, or even if I don't start like that, that's my end goal, or to figure it out on my own, what type of, like, mental wellness toys that I could make, because I'm also really big and I'm also really into psychology. Yeah, working for Hasbro isn't necessarily a career goal, but it's not bad. Like, I still want to own my own business and work for myself, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do, you know, baby steps. Don't block your blessings, you know, like, don't stop. I don't want to stop attempting to get to Hasbro because I want to work for myself, because I know that eventually I'm going to have to start somewhere. Like, if I have an opportunity to work at Hasbro before working for myself, I'm going to take that opportunity to work at Hasbro, because who turns that down? Question 5 is, how are my classes? So my classes are actually really good. A lot of people, depending on their major, either love or really hate their classes, because depending on your major, your foundation classes might not necessarily have 100% to do with your major. Mine doesn't necessarily have 100% to do with it, but it does. So I currently have drawing 100 and design 101, art history 121, and first year experience. First year experience is pretty much just a class where they check in, give us tips and tricks about freshman year, and that's about it. Like, our only assignments in FYE is to literally, like, go to school events and then write about it, like, whenever we go to the event. So it's a pretty chill class. My design class I really like. well, I can't really say as you see because I'm doing my work. I mean, yeah, because I'm doing my work. But I really like the class. The teacher's pretty cool. It's a really open-ended class, which for some people can be a really big struggle. But then for others, they could love it. So, like, for me, I like having, like, a lot of creative freedom. But I also know that if you want me to be creating a project every week, that I'm going to need some type of guidance. And so he pretty much gives us a prompt. We've been doing collages back to back to back right now. But at least when we're in class, you can ask him, like, hey, is this within the guidelines of, like, what you're looking for? And he'll tell you then. So it's always, like, best to ask him in class, because sometimes I can be completely clueless on what he wants. And I'm just like, honestly, I'm going to just go for it and just start doing random stuff. Like, I did a picture where we were supposed to do a collage of... We were supposed to do, like, an abstract picture with... in 2-point perspective, but it's abstract. So you're just making an illusion of these being real things, but it's not. I don't know how to explain it because it was all buildings and landscapes. And we were supposed to... Man, I don't know. So I just started doing random stuff, and then we had to do it again. Like, we had to do it twice, a practice one and then a regular one. And I ended up doing it digitally. Also, my classes have taught me how to get better at digital art. Like, not too much, but I've learned how to use Photoshop. And that's a point for me. So, yeah. My drawing class is pretty chill. We don't ever get too much graded assignments in that class. But there is a lot of practice assignments, which that part was kind of annoying, that we only have like a ton of practice assignments, because it's like we were having like 5 sketches due by the next class, and we only have class 2 times a week. And it was like we were having 5 sketches due by the next class, but then they're not graded. So it was like, why am I doing all of these sketches just for them to not be graded and just for you to only look at one? It's for practice, of course. So, of course, I'm over here, like, busting my butt to get these sketches done. But it wasn't me trying to do, like, top-tier, fully rendered pictures. It was just, like, I'm gonna do a little sketch. We're going to do a little sketch. Okay. Question 6. Do you have a dream client? Now, I don't personally have a dream client. I guess that if I could make something for anybody, if I was to paint a picture, I would want to paint a picture for a celebrity and be able to give it to them, like myself. Even if they don't pay me, but it's a celebrity. They might throw me a little cash just because. They're like, oh my gosh, Zamani, your art is so dope. And they're going to give me their money. So I don't really have a dream client. I know that for some reason, one celebrity I do really want to draw is Kevin Hart. And I think that might be because I did see a post about Kevin Hart giving someone a ton of money for drawing him. But then if that's the case, I can't do Kevin Hart, because then he's going to be like, you were expecting me to give you money, weren't you? I might do J. Cole or like Nicki Minaj. But yeah, I want to do this and then be able to give the artist the picture directly. So I guess with YouTube and TikTok, y'all would have to help me out with that, because I know that TikTok is really good for helping people do promo and getting their name out there. Anyways, that is all the questions and all the answers that I have for you guys today. That's all the questions that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You've made it to the end of another Z Arts video. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tell your friends. Also, check out the description box below for my website link, and socials. Other than that, guys, have a great day. Bye!